Oh, yes, we are live on YouTube.
That's a
Welcome
long
back.
intro. I didn't think we were going live, mate.
Sorry, I was on a slight lag. Hello, Chasers. I'm Gianni. I'm today's host. We've got half an hour to get through Man City chat, and I'm joined by regular co-host all the way in San Diego. Good morning to you, mate, Mr. Dean Jones.
Hello, mate. Yeah. Exciting game week. This is where it gets interesting. Mate. And this is where I've got to be super tuned in because this traditionally is an area of the season when I lose focus just because there's so many games. I've got kids who are distracting and deadlines are all over the place and it can just catch you out. So stay tuned to CGA because we're going to guide you. And more importantly, G's going to help guide me and then I'll guide you as to where our deadlines are, what our transfers should be. And this is a big game week because there's one team in particular I think everyone's targeting, but there are a couple to properly go at if you can.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Man City, let's just see that fixture ticker, Dean, because what do you make of the run they've got? Because if we're identifying like them being must-haves and the run they've got, the triple up is key, but the right triple up is key. And for obviously, I feel like it's not even a triple up. We should just say double up because everyone's got Haaland, so it's like what
exactly.
other two? So where are you at first with, I guess, the fixtures? Like they're all. I mean, there's Chelsea in there and there's Man United in there, but those games still feel like they'll have goals. And obviously West Ham at home, Brighton at home in 21, those two homes in particular, they're like your potential 4-0ers. And if you're hitting 4-0ers, you want to have big investment.
I love the fixtures, mate. I love a lot about Man City at the moment, to be honest with you. They seem to be like the team to have. They're in such a good groove, 6 wins on the bounce. They're scoring loads of goals. And it could be a flawless December, to be honest with you. We could be looking at a perfect December for them. And I've got a lot of faith in it. What I don't have a lot of faith in is nailing this, getting this exactly as we need it. And that's why it's going to take a lot of focus to at least not have any regrets over your pick. That's all you can do at this point. You can't be sure that you've got the right player, but you can at least pick the players that definitely fit what you are looking for. And that's the best you can hope for. Like, we don't know if Foden's going to bang again. We don't know if Cherki's going to come in and like carry on like he has the last two. But all we can do is look at the evidence in front of us from the last few games and make an educated guess towards what we think fits our own teams the best. Because I'm struggling to get Foden, mate. I'm struggling.
I mean, there is an alternative with Cherki, but it doesn't feel. It feels like a cheaper alternative for a reason.
Exactly that. Before we go any further, I'm going to stop just in case we forget to do this. But Sigurd, thank you very much for the super chat. You're an absolute legend. You've been a legend all season. We really appreciate you. What does this say? Went to FF Hub, did AI free hit team, no Arsenal or Wilson. Did AI wildcard team, no Arsenal and no Wilson. Did my team, it took Timber out and Bruno.
Oh, wow. I'm surprised they're not back. The AI isn't backing Arsenal defence. I think Arsenal defence at Everton is still very good for a clean sheet.
Totally sound. Yeah, that's very weird. We'll talk about that again in a bit, Sigurd, for sure. But yeah, obviously, like we've gone with the City must-haves this week. Haaland is an absolute no-brainer. I did a little video the other day. If you haven't had Haaland, then you're dead in this game anyway by now. So where do you go next? Mate, Cherki is playing brilliantly. Yeah. And obviously, like the Doku situation makes it...
That's massive, isn't it? Because we always worry about minutes. But Doku injured, Marmoush at AFCON, and I know he's not playing on the left, but it's just routes to the 11. He feels pretty nailed. We've never said that about Cherki.
We've never said that about Cherki. And more than that, oh, mate, he's so good to watch. He's so easy on the eye. And I've got confidence in him. I think I'm going to go Cherki. I don't.
Yeah, he's so cheap, 6.5.
He's so cheap. Now, it might be I have to go Cherki just because I can't get to Foden. And I don't think that is making up for that. Like, I'm not even going to pretend it's making up for that because it's not. But he's in good form.
6%?
Generally. And he's 6% owned. Like, you know, the Rabona assist recently, the goal he scored the other night. Like, this guy I was going to say he's a better footballer than Phil Foden. I don't think that's fair. But I tell you what, he's right there with Phil Foden. Like in terms of what these guys are capable, they're different in the way that they play.
They can look like YouTube footballers because they can do all the YouTube stuff,
Exactly.
but they can actually play.
Freestylers that can also play Prem. So yeah, in terms of the returns that we've seen across those 3 game weeks, obviously, like it doesn't look that enticing. But I don't know. I think it's fine. Like you could say, it's only Sunderland where he's got his big haul, but Sunderland have been one of the best teams in the league, and so I'm kind of comfortable with it. Fulham game was obviously completely nuts. So West Ham, Forest, Sunderland, mate. Like Cherki,
just predicting the starts. I like in these games. I think he started Sunderland. I don't think he started Fulham, and I don't think he started Palace. But because of what we've just said with Marmoush and Doku, like I think we're good. I think over Christmas, let's say there's 5 fixtures. I think he starts 4 of them.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm in a good spot to go with this. And like, I'll be totally honest. If I'm to rank them, like obviously we've all got Haaland at number 1. Foden's next. Like if you can get Foden, you get Foden at the moment because it's unbelievable. We'll talk about that in a sec. And then obviously there's the next options, which are Cherki and O'Reilly primarily. And then who would you have after that? Is it
Gvardiol maybe? But let's look at the O'Reilly card, because if you're going for a City defender, he's a lot cheaper than Gvardiol. He doesn't come with quite the same goal threat, you might argue, because Gvardiol is the target at set pieces. I think Gvardiol's like 6.5 million. He's 5.3 O'Reilly. And open play, O'Reilly has the goal threat and the assist threat. He's 10% owned. It's a cheap route to a nailed City defender. I was surprised to see him start in the EFL Cup. Like they rotated heavily, but they still started O'Reilly clearly, and he got the early sub that was pre-planned. But clearly, he's just pretty durable, and a young 20-year-old, he can play all these games.
Yeah, it's funny. I was writing about Kobbie Mainoo the other day, and the way people talk about Mainoo is he's like experienced and like he's what's going on and stuff. I think he's about a month apart from Nico O'Reilly in age. And like, it's funny how sometimes at 20-year-olds you can be up and coming, and sometimes you can be, have your career on the line. But yeah, Nico O'Reilly is starting to become now considered an experienced FPL pick. Like he's a trustworthy FPL pick. And I think, 2 6-pointers in a row, looking at those fixtures, I'm tempted. My problem is obviously like we're advising the triple up on Man City, and that's kind of the whole point of this show, and a lot of other shows this week will be like recommending a City treble up. But my defense is actually okay.
Yeah.
And so my dilemma is, am I getting O'Reilly in for the sake of it? I didn't send in my team, but I'll get it up just so I can. So my defensive options for this week are Senesi, who's got Burnley at home.
Yeah.
Van Heck, who's got Sunderland home. Van der Ven, who's got Liverpool home. Gahey leads away. Cucurella, Newcastle away. And I'm only really looking to play 3 of them. So I don't know if I need a third Man City player. If it's not Foden. And if it is Foden, it means I'm getting rid of Saka, basically, or Morgan Rogers.
And it's now or never with the third City. You have to bring him in for the West Ham fixture because that's the best of the run. They're then going to go to Forest and Sunderland, which are fine, but they are a different beast when they play at home. So it's like, if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. You don't want to be doing it next week,
Exactly. So that's my dilemma. I'll be reading all your comments in the sections, people, and the comments section to see what you guys are doing. FPL Hippie says Cherki is a fun pick. Often FPL fun means risk. Do you think Cherki's a risk? Would you say I'm taking a gamble by getting
4 from 5? And Foden might only start 4 from 5. They might all get a rest because there is a bit of congestion. I've actually put the fixtures for Man City. We've got a screen grab with the dates because this matters. Let me just show that. This is just from Google, but it gives you the spacing between fixtures to go, okay, there's a little bit of a tight schedule there. So they play tomorrow. Then it's the Saturday after. Fine. Then it's the Thursday. Thursday is fine. And then it's between the 1st and the 4th and the 7th. You might argue, and look, Exeter on the 10th is your rest. Yeah. So I look at this and go, does Cherki start Sunderland, Chelsea, and Brighton, or does he miss one of them because it's 3 games in 7 days?
Yeah.
He might miss one. I think
Right.
that's all right. I think I'm cool with that.
Yeah. At this point, and it depends how well he plays, obviously, as well. Like he might just become interchangeable, or whatever you want to call it. Like we're pretty much in a Pep roulette situation here. So we've got to consider that there's always an element of risk. I did just have a graphic. I'm trying to get it up on my phone. If you can see me like tapping away on my phone, it's because I just saw a graphic a second ago. Average time of first substitution in Premier League.
Oh yeah, go on.
Man City is averaged first sub. Yeah, 73 minutes.
Yeah, I would have guessed they'd be one of the later.
Who would you say is the lowest?
Misconception that Pep's always changes stuff. He
Yeah,
actually
and he
doesn't. He
doesn't.
often only uses 2 subs.
He does. So who do you think's the lowest? Who do you think makes their changes first?
Frank's made quite a few halftime subs this season.
He's quite high. Tottenham are quite high. Average is 72. Yeah.
Guys, get guessing in the chat here. This is quite a fun game. Don't tell us yet, Dean. Who makes loads of early subs?
These two seem risky because they're 2 teams who everyone has assets from, and the minutes.
Is it Newcastle?
No, the minutes risk for these are the lowest is 63 minutes of the average first sub, which is obviously like real danger, and the other one's 67. So, and they're 2 big teams.
Liverpool?
Nope.
Loads saying Chelsea in the chat. I don't think it's Chelsea.
It is Chelsea.
Is it?
Chelsea have the average time of the first substitution in the Premier League at 63 minutes.
Maybe because all of our red cards, we have to make changes.
That is actually a good point. That will have a massive impact.
Yeah.
That will have a massive impact, and that's a very valid point.
You know, you take
beyond that, it's Arsenal. Arsenal are next.
I'm surprised at that too, though, because we all think of Arteta as changing the wide forwards every game, probably in the last 10 minutes. But yeah, strange. Okay.
But yeah, so anyway, my point was initially that Man City's is one of the best, one of the most trustworthy, that your player's not getting taken out before 60 minutes. Yeah. So again, if Cherki's starting, should get like a really solid run out in the team. The problem, I guess, you've got is if he's sub, he might only be getting 15 minutes because they're not giving their subs a long time to make an impact. But I don't think Cherki is going to be on the bench, particularly for this week, when we're targeting a rubbish team. Like this is the point of it, right? We are targeting Man City against West Ham because West Ham suck. There's no other way to dress this up. West Ham fans will agree with you that this is just how they are. When their wins come, it's as surprising to them as it is to everybody else. Occasionally they do pull out a result, but you can't predict it's going to happen. The trend is that they're not very good. And that's why we have to trust that Man City, in the back of 6 wins, do some serious damage in this fixture. Obviously, this is a weird season, and this sort of stuff isn't true a lot of the time. But it doesn't mean we can necessarily go away from it, because we have to believe that there are patterns of form. And at the moment, West Ham could be going down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where we're at. I mean, obviously, with Haaland as well, there's the whole captaincy argument. Him against Foden, I think, is... I think we're getting to the point where there's a discussion in it.
Do you? I still am like, it's just easy. Like,
it's still easy, for sure.
And a lot will triple captain Haaland tomorrow. There's a lot still with the chip, and this is the fixture you're going to go for.
Yeah, in the last 3 game weeks, I saw a graphic which I definitely should have sent in.
You should do a poll. Are you captaining Haaland tomorrow? Yes or no?
Yeah. In the last 4 games, Foden's had 5 big chances. Haaland's had 4. Foden's had 6 goals and 1 assist. Haaland's had 3 goals and 2 assists.
Okay.
The XG is still slightly better for Haaland, but not by much. And the expected assist is better for Foden. I tell you what, I don't think for a game like this, it's the worst idea to gamble on Foden as captain. He's in unbelievable form, and it's West Ham. I'm not going to do it personally, but that's because I haven't got Foden. But even if I had him, I don't think I'd risk it. I wouldn't blame somebody for thinking, yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, do you know what? The last game he didn't obviously play great. I don't know. I haven't fully checked this, but the bits I saw, he was on the left, still quite narrow. But because they played Cherki, Bernardo Silva, him, because there was no Doku, Foden was sort of the solution on the left. And I didn't like. Obviously, we don't like that. We want to see him central. So I just want to monitor that with no Doku. If we see him out on the left, he's not going to be as good. But yeah, I get it. Guys, we've got a poll running. Do let us know. Hit those buttons, and we'd love you to hit those other buttons today. The likes, our friend, but also the subscribe button too if you're new around here, guys. Thank you as always for the support. 97% currently on Haaland captain. I wonder how many are on triple captain.
Would you do it if you had it?
Yeah. The only other options now are Haaland, I think, away at Sunderland, or you could go Bruno Fernandes at home to Wolves. But no, it's got to be Haaland at home to West Ham. Like it's got to be.
Yeah, I think so too.
He's also had a midweek off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You don't say that much.
It doesn't happen very often. Alex says, as a West Ham fan, I can tell you, Haaland loves playing against us. Yeah, that's a good point. It's a fixture that he loves. Jason says, when was the last hat-trick scored in the Prem? Feels like a Haaland one is due.
I think we've had quite a few braces, but I must admit, I can't remember the hat-trick. This season, we haven't had one. Don't think.
Haaland hasn't got a hat-trick?
Don't know. Someone will let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Dean, where else should we go? We got 10 minutes to do other teams. Obviously, City was our focus today, but let's go back to that fixture ticker because Newcastle are really high in it, and we don't really own Newcastle players. I think Newcastle defenders are always quite light. They've been conceding the last couple of games, but off really low expected numbers, they shouldn't have been conceding.
Yeah. Sorry, Eze's hat-trick obviously was literally a couple of weeks ago. I should definitely remember that.
But was there a Haaland one, guys, this season?
Yeah, somebody look that up. Sorry, what was the question I was answering? I've totally
Newcastle second in the ticker here.
Yeah,
like players like Malik Chow. I mean, they've got a defensive crisis. Like
Newcastle aren't playing that well. Like they beat us in the Carabao Cup, and
2-1.
They deserved to beat us, but they weren't good, and I'm very unconvinced by them.
Oh, yeah,
Chelsea will beat Newcastle.
Do you think even at St James's Park? I just always worry about the St James's Park effect when Chelsea go there.
I don't think you need to be really. I think you're the better team.
It depends what Chelsea turns up, though. We're super inconsistent, aren't we? That's the problem.
Yeah, like, honestly, if Fulham had been obviously we had our 3 AFCON players gone. I do feel like if they'd have been available, we had a very, very good chance of beating them. Obviously, we've lost with the last touch of the game, pretty much. I've got Cucurella in my team, and I think I'm going to play him.
Yeah, I think I'd play someone like Cucurella. Yeah. Do you know what? I feel like it'll be a 1-0 either way, or maybe it'll be a low scoring game. This, so you could get a 0-0.
Honestly, I think you're giving Newcastle a bit too much credit. If I'm totally, I just really don't think that they're.
Agrees.
They're that good. Yeah, I don't think they're that good at the moment. Obviously, like the defeat last week was a bit of a shattering one. They've managed to regain something by beating Fulham, but as I say, it wasn't completely dominant in a way that I thought it might be. Lennon says Newcastle are running out of defenders. Yeah, they feel like they are running out of gas a little bit. We'll see. But I think the general fixture run is okay because of the Burnley, Leeds and Wolves. So I like that. And I still would be willing to take Newcastle assets in that respect. But for Chelsea home, Man United away, not that interested, to be honest.
Okay, fair enough. Other teams you like or don't like?
Well, obviously, I like Bournemouth this week.
Yeah, I mean, what an entry point. But is it just a case of going, you like him just for this week? Like, do we want Semenyo moving forward? We all want him for Burnley, but is it a transfer in and then a transfer out again? If so, is it worth it?
Don't know, but I know everyone's like Semenyo. I'm also a bit like Evan Nielsen.
Yeah, he is the 9.
Like, I know that everyone's thinking of Semenyo. I'm just like, if you want to go somewhere slightly different with this, then I think that Evan Nielsen is a great 1 week punt. And I know that most people won't do that. Most people, if they're going to target this game, will go Semenyo. But for a lot of us, we do have one forward spot which we're not sure about. And I think you could do a lot worse than to look at the Evan Nielsen for that fixture. So I would bear that in mind. But definitely, having bought a Bournemouth asset, I can't get Semenyo, so I'm not doing it. But that game is certainly one that sticks out. And the other one, I've forgotten what the other one I had.
This week, they are the two big wins. It's like, especially if you're on free hit, you're going triple City and triple.
Brentford against Wolves is like...
I think Wolves are going to win.
Do
I know
you?
this is mad, but I think Wolves beat Brentford. It is my unpopular opinion. Let us know your unpopular opinion of the weekend, guys. But I think Wolves are going to beat Brentford.
So what's Brentford's state of play with like Dango and Thiago and...
Thiago is wait and see, but I think he plays.
I think he plays. I'm keeping him. Him. Like the flag is obviously off-putting, but like I'm keeping Thiago.
And is Dango at AFCON? I don't even know. I don't own him, so I've not looked into it.
The last was that he wasn't going to go until after this game, and I was going to save that for the deadline stream. Everyone, we are going back at 8 a.m. on Saturday UK time. This is kind of a short show to get us prepped for the weekend, and then we have a deadline stream coming 8 a.m. to prepare our teams. So midnight for me. You'll get the late night version,
and we'll show you our teams on that one, guys.
And our teams will be on that. So we've got that to come. Dango is at AFCON.
So he misses the game,
says Baller. So that would tell me that he is definitely missing the game. Just quickly type this in.
So yeah, I mean, I just think Wolves might have a chance. I really do. Like, I think they will dominate the ball. I think Brentford away from home aren't good, and Wolves will have a go. And I just fancy Wolves to have one.
Yeah. Dango's first game is on the 24th of December. Brentford's site just says he's been called up. It doesn't actually say he's gone.
I mean, so's Burmo's. His first game, I think, 24th, and he's playing this weekend, I think. Or he got a chance, has he? Got a chance playing? I don't know.
Yeah, but I haven't seen... I know that there had been consideration that he would play this and go straight after the game. I'll check that out anyway before deadline, because I've got Dango in my squad. So I thought last week was going to be a one where he banged, but he didn't. So... yeah, thank you for that. CH is asking about Dylan's team. Again, I'll come back to that. I'll send his team in for the deadline stream. We'll go through our ranks. We'll go through where we are at in our team. Mine by tonight will have Cherki in it.
Will it?
Yeah, it'll have Cherki. And I'll still have at least 2, maybe 3 transfers to consider. If I want to use anything else, I'll be getting your views on that one, mate. But yeah, what do you think of Arsenal's fixture against Everton? Because, really, top of the league, you should be thinking this is a game to target.
No Dewsbury Hall. Grealish is fit, but no Ndiaye and no Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye, Dewsbury Hall, and Ndiaye have been 3 of Everton's best players this season, and obviously 2 key attackers. I don't actually see Everton scoring, and Arsenal. I don't see Arsenal scoring many, to be fair, but Everton actually concede way more chances than you expect. Like, Newcastle went to Everton a couple of weeks ago and won 4-0. And I was looking on the Scout Members area today. They ranked 16th for attempts against them. So only 4 teams in the league have conceded more attempts on their goal than Everton.
Wow.
Everton aren't part of the bus anymore. Like, this Moyes team's actually quite fun and there's a go, but I think they'll obviously come unstuck. But I don't think I've seen a few selling Saka this week. I don't think it's to play. Like, it's a good Saka fixture.
Yeah, I'm not selling Saka.
So yeah, I'd keep your Arsenal. I don't think I'll be buying Arsenal this week. Maybe a defender. I won't be buying Arsenal attackers, but yeah, I fancy them this week. I really do.
Yeah, a few people are asking about which teams are going to be most impacted by AFCON. I mean, Fulham are definitely heavily impacted by AFCON. Chukwueze, Iwobi, Bassi is very significant for Fulham.
Sunderland
are
5 of their 11 last week.
Yeah. So Sunderland are hit. We'll see how good their depth is here, and their mindset is, because theirs is definitely significant. Who would you say after those two?
Man United, because it's Mbermo and Ahmad and Mazraoui, it's still 3 of their starting 11, but Ahmad is so key to the system, as you say. It's going to be really interesting to see how Man United shape up with back four and stuff because of no Ahmad.
I just can't see United getting anything at Villa Park. And when I considered like getting Morgan Rogers out, because it would have left me with enough money to then get to Foden, I couldn't bring myself to do it. I can't legitimately believe that Morgan Rogers doesn't score against Man United. So
you'll be happy.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
Dean has Morgan Rogers, guys. He got the brace last week, so fair play to you on that one, Dean.
I do have Morgan Rogers, but yeah, my season is right on a knife edge. I feel like, mate. Like, I've got to do well. That's why they've got to nail these transfers that we've got in our back pocket. They've got to go well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm right there for the top 100K if this one goes well, and that's why I'm willing to make transfers to just keep up with the crowd as much as anything. And I know people are trying to keep transfers back because we've got so many of them, but I don't necessarily think that's the play. Sometimes you've just got to keep up.
Be aggressive with them, I think. There's a lot to be said for using them early to get on players that are hot. The player I really want this week that I'm not going to get to is Ekatike, but I think I'll have him next week. Like, I'll make it happen next week. You don't have to do everything right here, right now. But yeah, I think we can be aggressive with our moves.
Yeah, spoiler, I have.
And Dean's doing that with Cherki.
Yeah, Cherki and Ekatike. I've got both of them coming in for this week.
Mate, I'm looking forward to streaming tomorrow for you tonight. But guys, we will be live at 8 a.m. UK time tomorrow on Chasing Green Arrows. I'm going to go live before that on my channel. I'm not sure how before that. It could be like 7:45. It could be 7. But I will do some time on my channel and then be able to raid Chasing Green Arrows to come for both of those things. But guys, thank you so much for all the chat. I don't see Isak starting over Ekatike. It could be both, but Ekatike is absolutely nailed now. We'll talk more about him tomorrow. But guys, we're going to call it. We've loved seeing your comments in the chat. Thank you as always for coming on board. Shout out.
Let's answer Glenn, mate. He's just sending some money, so we got to give him some time. Thiago to Ekatike. I'm 7,000 rank, so I've got to be smart. What would your hunch be if you were him?
I'm probably making next week, Glenn.
If you were Glenn right now, what would you do?
If you can do it in one move and you got money in the bank, I'd make it now. I'd make it now.
I like that play too. I like
do
that
it,
play.
Glenn. I know he's got Wolves, and I know Thiago's flagged. Assume Thiago's playing. I still think Ekatike is the much stronger pick.
I agree. Actually, I agree with that. Good luck, Glenn. Hopefully, you can join us for the next one. 8 a.m. UK time. We'll be there. Hope to see you too.
Cheers, see you guys.